line. That's Fisco, Fisco, Fisco.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Kyle Wallace.
A bruise? Bro, I tore both my ACLs. And you talking about a bruise?
Steve Homer True.
All I'm telling you is if you die, I want your heart because it's never been used.
Wisconsin's biggest fan.
We didn't show up whatsoever. We literally took a trip down to Denver to kick it out in the high altitude in the hot sun. That's all they did, because when they came back, they gained nothing from these last couple days.
And a radio goat.
He owes us a damn explanation as to why he believes it's cold. And he owes us a damn explanation why he says that about calling plays.
Welcome to ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon.
This is going to be the biggest show ever.
Broadcasting live from downtown Milwaukee inside the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios. Here's Homer and Kyle.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Yes, a special 2-hour show. And I, of course, did. By the way, I'm Homer. He's Kyle. By the way, I did what every good Packer fan should do. Have you done it?
Get some beads? No. Go to whistle because we're going to NOLA?
No.
What's every good Packer fan
First of all,
do?
the beads you're talking about, you got to buy, right? You had to buy those beads.
Somebody gave them to you. You want beads, Homer?
You got to earn them. You just got to earn them.
I give you the beads, Homer, but you got to do something strange for this beads.
No, I'm not. I want free stuff. You haven't even taken advantage yet. Will you later today?
What is it that every Packer fan should get for
Packers
free?
win, you get free medium fries at McDonald's.
Oh, I don't eat McDonald's.
Oh, excuse me.
I used to, but I stopped.
You don't eat McDonald's. This I got to hear.
Kyle over here.
I don't normally ever eat fries.
I love French fries, but not from McDonald's.
I'm not sure how good they are for you, but when they're free, you're damn right I'm eating them.
This is no shot at
free
McDonald's.
Free fries and $1.29 medium diet Dr. Pepper.
Homer, at what point do you think about your health? You're old now, Homer. We know that you're seasoned. You're not old. You're a veteran. You're a seasoned vet. At what point do you think to yourself, maybe I shouldn't be eating McDonald's, or maybe I shouldn't be drinking Coke?
By the way, this is diet.
Oh, that's even worse for you, Homer.
Okay. There are chemicals to issue that are an issue, yes. First of all, I think I'm reasonably healthy. The most important thing in your health, do you know what it is?
Your mental?
No.
Your
what more than anything else determines your physical health? More than anything else. Not even close.
I don't know. Shannon Sharp tried to show us.
Yikes.
Genes. No, genes.
Oh, genes.
Right. You need to assess your genes and find out how good a chance you got. I got me some great genes.
Oh, you got great genes.
My mom lived to be 98.
Oh, wow.
Her mom lived to be 98.
Okay.
Her mom lived to be 98.
Okay. Now, Homer, something that you said.
You know what that means?
You said woman,
I can
woman,
eat
woman.
McDonald's all I want.
Homer, you said woman, woman, woman. I don't know if you know this or not, based off your looks, and I don't know. I don't know how you identify, but. Homer,
but you don't know how I identify.
You are a man.
I'm embarrassed that you asked that question.
You just said women. What about your father?
She's
your
half.
grandfather,
Okay,
your great grandfather?
All right. Okay, but that's half of it, right?
Yeah, that's half the battle.
That's half of it. My dad lived to be 90, whatever.
See, that's good.
Okay, his dad, all he did was. He was a salesman. All he did was smoke unfiltered Camels.
Oh, yes.
And drink Jack Daniels.
No doubt.
Oh, wow.
And lived to 86.
Oh, wow. Okay, Homer, you got good genes.
Now, again, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, do what you want, Homer. Do what you want. You can do it based off what you just said. You can smoke unfiltered Camels.
On the other hand, and I wasn't informed this when I was young, what's also very important to genes are your teeth.
Ooh.
My parents gave me horrible teeth.
Let me see you smile.
I have 8,000 cavities. And we all had to have braces because we had our front teeth would go out to the nearest city.
I didn't know they had braces back in the 1960s.
Thank you. Of course they did. Doctor. And so my point is, they did not tell me about how bad my teeth were going to be, so I didn't take care of them as well as I should. So then I'm having root canals and crowns at 30, and then they don't tell me, look, you still got more hell to come even though you're doing this right. You better take perfect care of your teeth every day to have a chance.
I try
it's not a very good chance.
I got a crown right now.
No. So I informed my daughter. you're going to have horrible teeth. And she's done a very good job at keep taking care of them. She still had issues, but not. So I'm all mad at my dentist.
Isn't that a HIPAA violation telling your daughter dentist business?
How her
What?
teeth? I tell her genes.
I mean, I'm just saying, you talking about her teeth and what's going on.
Well, yeah, you're going to have bad teeth, so you damn well better take care of them and brush your teeth from the time you're 6. And when they start going bad at a young age, don't think just because you're taking care of them, getting these things done, that's the end. I have crowns on top of my crowns.
Oh,
because they're so old now,
Why
and
don't
I
you
have
just pull the
cavities
tooth out?
so deep. What?
Why don't you just pull the tooth
I
out?
had been many. I mean, they don't want you to do that.
Why not? They had my dad
I don't know.
do it.
Whatever the benefits of keeping your teeth are important.
I'm
Gums,
telling you,
teeth, whatever.
When I saw I went into my parents' bathroom one time and I saw my dad without his teeth. I said, "What in the hell? What happened?"
My dad had dentures, so that was horrible.
Yeah,
he hated it.
The back is missing.
Yeah, yes, and you don't have. I mean, I don't know what the problems are, but I don't think there's reason you want to keep your teeth if there's a dentist thing all in. But the point is, doesn't matter what I do. And I feel bad for people that have bad genes as far as their health, either heart attacks or different things. It's not fair.
Yeah, my grandpa survived like 2 or 3 heart attacks. He didn't die from that.
Right.
So we got good. So you said I can do what I want.
Well, I don't know. I don't know your health as well as I know my own.
We lived to our 90s and our 80s.
So yes, now
Grandpa died in the 60s. Just
not to disagree that you're right. I should eat better, but I don't eat large quantities. The only time I have fries are when they're free.
So okay, I don't really want to get into your health, but it doesn't sound like you're eating healthy or you're consistent, right? Brad will be very, very appalled by your diet and appalled by your eating routine.
For people that
very appalled.
For people that don't understand, don't even try to be like Brad.
I can't.
You have no chance.
I want.
You have no
but
chance.
I couldn't make it.
No, everybody would like to be like him, but not that badly.
Yeah, that's very
I don't want
true.
to. I don't want to know. So don't even think he's not normal.
Yeah, he isn't. He says a minute on the lips, forever on the hips.
Be
And you know my response
like
to that? I say I love them hips.
So to have my view is that the average person is just going to fail. So you need to have what I want to try to do is after 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Not to eat anything other than an apple.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That seems doable.
That's my
What time's
goal
your
for this
bedtime?
year. My bedtime is 24/7. When you get old, you can sleep anytime.
Wait, Homer,
If-
so what
if
time
I
do you
try-
eat dinner? If the last thing you eat is at 7 o'clock or after 7 o'clock is an apple, what time is dinner time in your house?
It's random at 5, 6, somewhere in there.
I'm a recent convert to the 5 to 6 p.m. hour dinner time. It's great. I should have been doing this the whole life.
When did you normally eat from?
Like 7, 8.
Oh,
when I was a kid, we ate so late because I was playing sports or doing things, and then I just kept doing that. Yeah.
No, but that's just random. I mean, it could be just at late at night. You don't need to have anything. And I think apples are really, really, really good for you. But
Apples, grapes, bananas.
yep.
I like pineapples.
But my point is, you're not the first person that's concerned. I think the food at McDonald's is not nearly as bad as it's sold.
Oh, okay. I don't know. All I know is one time when I was a kid, I was eating double cheeseburgers. Remember they had this
Correct.
is how long it's been. I ain't never
They
had a
still
McDouble.
have a double cheeseburger.
Never had a McDouble because the double cheeseburger used to be the $1 on the $1 menu back in the day. And I was
Yes,
in high
it
school,
was.
and so we had off-campus lunch, and I used to go get my $1 menu food. I used to go get my 20 nuggets for $5.
$5.
Yeah, back on Port
Now,
Washington Road.
randomly, the greatest app there is the McDonald's app. Randomly, you can get 10 McNuggets for $1.
Woo! So I used to love that. But Homer, I remember I was eating a double cheeseburger, and one time I was scarfing it down. And then all of a sudden I felt something going down my chest, and I felt old because I started pounding my chest with my fist like something was wrong. And I said, I can't do this no more. I can't eat this food
Go
anymore.
see a doctor.
Well, I was 17, 18. I'm not supposed to be
Well, they
having
have
that
doctors
issue.
at 17
I
or 18.
understand, but I haven't had that issue since I stopped eating that. So, Homer, I'm telling
Do
you.
you not eat any burgers?
I eat burgers, but I haven't had that quality of meat in quite some time. I cut
Sounds
it
like
off
you
in
didn't
2018.
chew it. It sounds like you were just not chewing your food all the
Nah,
way.
it was something else. It was something else. I don't
Convenient excuse.
It's
Certainly
somebody-
certainly would never want to ask a doctor what it might be.
I never would know.
I stopped eating that back in 2000.
I forgot what medical school you went to. What was
the medical school of hard knocks of my mom being my mom. She used to tell me all the time, "You ain't never been sick eating my food."
So what did your mom fix?
Oh, I mean, she always took good care of me,
I
Homer.
didn't ask that. So
I mean, whenever I
all
had
right,
a
for
headache.
breakfast. So when you had a headache, what food did she serve you?
When I had a headache, she served me some little medicine, little purple medicine, and had me go to sleep.
You never asked what it was?
No, Homer, I'm a child. What am I supposed to do?
I asked about everything, every medicine my mom ever gave me. What is this?
Your mom must have been a real good explainer. My mom just said, "Take it. You want to feel better?"
Well,
take
the
it."
fact that it's purple,
Yeah,
I mean, you kind of have a range. When you got 3 older brothers and sisters, you kind of observe stuff like purple. What's
Homer? Did you ever? Question since you're?
Well,
a
let's
little bit
get
older.
to the Packers.
Yeah, let's do that.
1-800-990-3776. Other than defending McDonald's, I mean, I feel come on.
They don't pay you enough to defend them, Homer.
I don't. It's just the truth. It's just not that bad.
Okay. I don't know. So
I mean,
you gonna
what's
eat the big rib?
What?
You gonna eat the big rib?
Well, I mean, I used to. I haven't.
Why not, Homer? It looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh, that barbecue sauce on that ribless, boneless meat.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
The square shape.
We know it's not meat. I don't know what it is.
No, it's meat. It's not ultra-processed at all.
It's all barbecue is always about the barbecue sauce that determines how good it is.
That's true, but
with everything.
Yeah, that's very true.
So just buy the barbecue sauce and drink that, and then it'll determine what you like, or put it on whatever you want. Put it in cereal. Do whatever you want. However, the McRib is way too expensive.
What is it, $6?
I don't care. Way too expensive.
Probably overpriced for what it is, but that's quality though. So you're not eating because of the price, not because of the quality.
I have no idea the quality of the McRib.
If it's good enough,
food.
you go back and you eat it.
But with the app, they don't give me a deal on McRib, so forget it.
I feel you on that, Homer.
You can now get for $5 a soda, fries, which I don't eat, 4 McNuggets, and a McChicken sandwich.
Oh, that doesn't
for
sound like
$5.
That sounds like 2010.
Normally, I know, but that's not. So normally that would be about $8.
Oh,
so it's a great deal. So every so often, I'll take it and then throw the French fries away because I generally don't eat them unless they're free. The dollar menu is gone.
That's the last time I ate there. They had a dollar menu. It's been that long?
Yes, because I was known as $2.12 at one McDonald's.
Yeah,
because I always ordered $2 menu items.
McChicken and
But then it was in the morning. It'd be a sausage McMuffin, no egg, and soda or something like that. But $2.12.
Well, I'll never find out.
$2.12. What are you having today? Now I'm more like $5.24. Or, if you pay full price at McDonald's, it's like paying full price at Kohl's.
You're an idiot.
Right. You're not trying.
I'm with you on that, Homer.
So anyway, and there are other apps that's good. Like you want to talk about fast food. You have burgers now that are 6 inches high and 1,200 calories. And you're worried about McDonald's?
If it's grade A meat, if the cow was grazed,
if a hamburger is 1,200 calories, you shouldn't be eating it.
I want my hamburger that's grass fed. It's been walking around, not one that's been in the
grass fed.
Just been raised to be murdered next to somebody else.
Right. Okay, if you say so. 1,200 calories. You ain't just eating the meat. And if it was just the meat, it wouldn't be 6 inches tall. Come on, and people are worried about just first look at the calories. You got a burger over 1,000, find another burger.
Well, plus the jeans, though.
What?
Plus the jeans.
Yes, the jeans are the most important.
We got good genes, Homer.
Then you can get away with it. And I went to no medical school.
There it is. The school of Homer. Home slices.
But no, I feel bad for people that got bad genes. A lot of people that are heavy, it's just horrible. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
They can't eat what I can eat.
I've watched a lot of 600-pound life. It is unfortunate.
Yes.
When they laying in bed and they
right. And what's the number one problem with them? I think
they
bad
lost
genes.
Hope. Yeah, bad genes. Hope. Yeah, the whole family fat. The sister fat, the mama fat, the daddy fat, the brother fat, the cousin fat, the nephew fat, the son fat. They all fat.
But they don't have that commercial on TV. Number one thing. Check your genes.
What about Ozempic? Would you ever take Ozempic if you got fat?
Yeah. What the hell are you doing, Kyle?
What?
Kyle now just has a consciousness just out there of just like, I got a lot of questions about a lot of things.
No, I'm ready to go to the Packers. But my last thing is Ozempic.
Part of it, he's thinking, this is Christmas Eve. I do whatever I want.
No,
I'm here. I showed up.
I can't.
And
wait
how
to
many people are actually listening? How many people are actually listening?
Everyone's listening. They found out you guys are on. They're listening.
Yeah, selling the bluff.
Yeah, and there people are trying to.
Do I want people listening?
Yeah, you want people listening.
Oh, come on, if people are listening, there is sadness of not having family. They should be with family. They should be out buying gifts. They should be having coffee together. There are a million things.
Moving around,
they're listening to us.
Exactly.
They're learning about the McDonald's app. They're maybe waiting in the drive-thru line. They're getting ready to hear about your Packers talk. I mean, I got some hot takes on stuff probably. I don't know.
All right,
Homer. I guess do your job, huh?
We need a break.
Yeah, Homer, I told you. You take me where to go. It's like the old days.
The end of this. All right, the end of that stuff. All Packers, all the time. 1-800-990-3776 for 1 hour and 44 minutes. Nothing but the Green Bay Packers, because we do need to start talking about the Vikings. Just out of curiosity, what is the point of the whistle?
It's the playoff whistle. It's the going to New Orleans whistle. That's what it is. We going to NOLA. We beat the hell out of NOLA last night, and we're gonna be visiting them again. They're gonna come watch us in a couple months.
I've missed the whistle on the afternoon show. Do you have this whistle all the time?
We did, and then the Packers started to play a little questionable.
Oh, so the whistle, is this the first return of the whistle?
This is the first return of the whistle.
Kind of big deal, yeah.
Good. Because I have my own personal whistle. I believe that's what I said in '96, that they were going to win the Super Bowl. I can't say it yet. And I'm wondering if maybe I should. Maybe I'm just getting, because the Packers are doing like a Super Bowl winning team. The numbers they're playing, all this kind of stuff, breaks going their way. But I just,
I believe.
1-800-990-3776 if you think you got better. Next.
More coming up next on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
It's almost go time, Christmas shoppers. So if you're feeling the crunch, check out Fleet Farm for hot last-minute deals. Keep your feast tasty with a Nesco 18-quart roaster, now just $59.99. Keep your loved ones toasty with Milwaukee heated apparel and get a free battery pack with purchase. Speaking of cozy, get a portable buddy heater with fuel filter for only $69.99. Wrap up your holiday shopping now at Fleet Farm, home of the best prices guaranteed.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. It's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee, and with holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust AccuTrans Group to handle all of my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or festive celebration, AccuTrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
Discount Liquor Christmas Week is here on 94.5 ESPN. Our friends at Discount Liquor have over 14,000 varieties of beer, liquor, and wine in stock. Discount Liquor brings the selection, everyday low prices, expert service, and the convenience of 2 locations. It is the perfect spot to find that drink for your Christmas gathering. Stop by 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and in downtown Waukesha at Main and Barstow. Discount Liquors is a locally family-owned and operated business. Merry Christmas from Discount Liquor.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, Please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 10 to 54 count selected varieties, hefty plates, bowls, storage, or freezer bags, 2 for $5. 8 to 15 ounce selected varieties, Old Dutch Ripple or tortilla chips, pretzels, or cheese puffs, 2 for $5.50. 2-liter bottle selected varieties, Coca-Cola soda, 2 for $4.50. 16.2 to 22.5 ounce selected varieties, Jose Ole taquitos, $4.99.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
Try this. Win free groceries from Century Foods.
Win free groceries from Century Foods.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by January 8th.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you can win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon on 94.5 ESPN.
A special 12-2 Green Bay Packers show as to where you are about the Green Bay Packers winning the Super Bowl. There is some value to getting to the Super Bowl because that doesn't happen very often, but you're never thinking about, what do I want the Packers to do? I want them to get to the Super Bowl. No, if you really believe in them, you want them to win the Super Bowl, and that's the question.
Yeah.
They are getting to the point, statistically, of teams that make the Super Bowl. I've always checked points given up and points scored. 10 of the last 11 Super Bowl winners have been in the top 4 in either offense or defense. The Packers are now 6th and 7th.
In total defense?
Points given up. It's the only stat
up.
I give. Then I don't care. All the other stuff. What difference is it?
Well, you know, one thing about this, you talking about, I know you love points given up because you tried to use that last year for Joe Barry saying his defense wasn't as bad. But
they were 10th.
Yeah, they were 10th. And overall, since week 15, the Green Bay Packers, not week 15, I believe since week 11, 10 or 11.
They've been really good.
They've been extremely good.
Yeah.
Extremely good, averaging less than 15
And I
points a
haven't
game.
looked at that. Someone can look at that stat. And the last time, in the history, you need to know this, because it'll change at some point, maybe. In the history of the Green Bay Packers, going back to Vince Lombardi, they have never won a championship, either a championship or a Super Bowl, if they were not first or second in defense in points given up. Other than Lombardi's last year, in which they were very lucky to win, they shouldn't have won. They were third. The Packers, the year they won in 96, were first in defense. In 2010, when they won, they were second in points given up. Now the Packers defensively are up to 6th, and they're only 4 points behind 5th. So
I mean, and there's an opportunity as well with if they can keep the Vikings off the board with the Bears' offense not being great, that they can maybe sneak their way into that. But regardless, Homer, the one big thing I see the difference, because last year you talked about the Packers being top 10 in points scored against, but that so much wasn't a reality of what that defense was. But what we're seeing with this defense now, it just doesn't seem like they're just playing well against bad teams. It seems like they're starting to elevate their game just a little bit more, where this is actually who the defense is. Jeff Hafley's done a heck of a job being able to make this a complete defense.
Wait a minute. Come on. Goody did everything. Barry comes back with whatever he does, and you give him Xavier McDaniel and now Cooper.
No.
You telling me this defense wouldn't be almost as good?
Nope, because you got to have the right scheme to be able to do it. The scheme is what's leading to a lot of these different things, especially for the cornerbacks, right? Overall, the pass rush that we're getting, the better pass rush they're starting to have is because of scheme. It's not because of the players. If you think that Goody gave him great players, name me a difference maker that Goody drafted outside. I mean, Xavier McKinney is a difference maker, but name me a difference maker that he drafted that has proven proof of concept of the fact that he can turn the game around just like that.
Well, I'm telling you, that's why the defense.
It ain't Rashawn Gary. It definitely ain't. It ain't Kenny Clark. None of these guys that he drafted early in the first round are the guys that are field tilted.
I don't care whether they're Cooper.
Yeah, he's a difference maker. He made. I mean, he made plays in the backfield yesterday. But will Cooper be playing the way he played in Joe Barry's defense? Because I believe in Joe Barry's defense, they still a little bit. Obviously, we're in the 3-4 defense, but they're further off the ball.
Yes, I believe he was, but I'm not going to have the chance to prove that.
Nah, but what makes you want to hitch your wagon to Joe Barry? What makes you want to say that it has nothing to do with Jeff Hafley? It has to do.
It has something
with the
to do.
GM that
It has something to do with it, but
great defensive players.
It has something to do with it, but it has more to do with it than the players. Xavier McKinney.
Yeah, he's great to be back there. He really is.
They had no Xavier McKinney last year,
but Xavier McKinney by himself doesn't make this defense, the front seven, that much better. It helps. But it don't make them be able to get a pass rush, get 8 sacks in a game, and have a guy like Benton Cox yesterday have a heck of a lot of pass rush pressure.
Yeah, and what's changed that pass rush?
I would say overall it has to be coaching. It has to be them bringing more pressure. They're bringing pressure overall on 52% less yesterday. 52%.
I know the last 2 games have been much better
because you have to.
Oh, wait, who's playing? Who's healthy now? He doesn't even play much, and he's been the NFC Defensive Player of the Week twice.
Edrin Cooper's a difference maker. I feel you. I get you, but I don't think that Joe Barry is going to utilize Edrin Cooper the way that Jeff Hafley's going to utilize Edrin Cooper.
I can't dispute that. I don't think there's a scheme that can prevent him from being as good as he is. I don't think there's a scheme that could prevent Xavier McKinney from being as good as he was. But I can't.
Do you think Quay Walker's looked better this year?
Quay Walker's looked exactly the same.
You don't think he's looked any better?
A couple games he did, but in general, same guy.
Okay. I mean, I can't debate that. I mean, he has been the same guy for the most part.
Every game, he beats his man, and then you go, where are you going? Where are you going?
That's Quay for you.
No. So, but it could be. I mean, the coordinator could be better, but he's got significantly better players.
No, he has one significantly better, or two. I'll give you Edrin Cooper.
And Bullard
Evan
played.
Williams, Javon Bullard, and I think a lot of this is some of it is the fact that he's drafted some guys that are good, but on top of that, I think it has to do with the new defensive coaching staff that they have, and also Jeff Hafley and the scheme that they have.
That new defense hasn't helped Van Ness as much, though.
He hasn't taken a second-year leap. He for sure has not. The whole defensive line, and that's again. Do you blame the defensive staff or do you blame Goody for drafting him that early?
I don't know that we haven't addressed the second-year leap for Cooper or Bullard. They don't need to get to the second-year leap. On the other hand, Van Ness, he needs that second-year leap.
Maybe it was the stunted growth he had last year with Joe Barry.
I can tell you what it. Oh yes. Oh,
maybe that's the inability to
the importance
players.
of the new coordinator. You cannot use Van Ness.
No, I mean
he seems to be the same.
Lucas Van Ness has had some more pop plays this year, but he has not been a difference maker yet. We'll see year 3.
We're disputing these other things, but the big picture is I can't remember a year, and I might not remember. We're like, everything has gone well. I don't know that there's nothing to complain about. All you want to do, all I'm thinking right now is just roll it out. Let's see what happens. Like they don't have a good win, but the Vikings don't have a good win, other than the Packers maybe. I mean, the top teams have these incredible records, and so everybody you've beaten hasn't been very good. So we're just, this team is clearly capable of going all the way. I don't think they will, but I don't have anything to complain about. They're now rushing the passer. They're playing pretty good even without Jair. Their quarterback is good. They run the ball better than they ever have. LaFleur is now running the ball. I don't know that anybody has anything that they can worry about.
Yeah, the biggest worry is the fact that you don't know how they're going to perform. Well, You don't know if they're going to win those football games against really good football
But
teams.
I mean, even they lost to the Vikings. I mean, we've seen them play. I mean, clearly they can play with the Lions, and the Lions it's another break. The huge break the Packers are getting. The Lions aren't the Lions.
I agree with everything Homer has said and everything you've said, Kyle. Now I'm going to pose the question. I said a month ago now, and I was way wrong about them losing by 2 touchdowns to the Lions. I'm aware of that.
They can beat anybody.
So my question to you guys, I agree. They are doing just about everything well right now. There's hardly anything to actually truly complain about. However, what do they do better than the Lions, the Vikings, or the Eagles? Any of those 3 teams that I put ahead of them, what do they do better than them?
See, that's the tough question right there because I'll be real with you. I can't name something that they overall do better than them, right? Because when you talk about identity of who you are as a football team.
Well, then let me answer it. What do they do better than the Packers?
Well, I know one. It seems like the Detroit Lions have a better offense than the Green Bay Packers. The Detroit Lions are definitely a more gritty team. I mean, the way they harassed the Green Bay Packers in the first half of that game in Detroit.
Packers defense is better than Detroit's now.
Yeah, I would say the Packers defense is better based off health.
And while the Lions offense is good, the Packers offense can be as explosive. I mean, the Lions are averaging 32 points a game, and the Packers are 28. And the Packers have scored over 30 in 5 games in a row?
4 of the last 5, I think.
4 of the last 5. I mean, name me something a team can do better than the Packers of all the top teams. There's only one, Kansas City, because they got Mahomes.
I mean, the Lions have beat good football teams. The Vikings, they lost to the Lions, right? But it was a close game.
Right, but look at the last game. You saw the Vikings against Seattle. Seattle could have very easily beat them. Packers put a whooping on Seattle.
They sure were.
Seattle.
They sure were. And so overall, I'm waiting to see this game on Sunday next Sunday against the Green Bay Packers when they play the Vikings, because this will be our chance to measure ourselves up against a team that's considered to be an elite football team. Now, I'm still not sold on the Minnesota Vikings of being a real Super Bowl contender.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't believe in Sam Darnold leading the team to a Super Bowl.
You're not sold on Sam Darnold. I don't think it's anything else to do with them other than Sam Darnold.
Well, I mean, Sam Darnold
That's
plays
the biggest part.
They're not sold on Sam Darnold.
No.
Yeah, they are. No. Yes, they are.
Oh, so Sam Darnold's going to be their starting quarterback next year?
I believe he will be, yes.
And so what you going to do with J.J. McCarthy?
They'll figure that out. I don't know what they'll do.
Okay, because that's my whole thing is that Sam Darnold is the X factor because of the fact that we don't know what he's going to be in the playoffs when the moment really matters and the pressure really rises. Overall, we've seen what Jordan Love
know.
do.
We know.
No, we don't know what Sam Darnold's going to be in the playoffs. How do you know what Sam
How many close games have they played throughout the year?
The playoffs are completely different, Homer.
Yes, but he's proven that he can play. You're holding against him all that he's done in the past, not addressing this year with the coordinator he has and the offense they've run.
But you're going to sit here and discredit and discount the fact that the playoffs are different than the regular season. There's a certain sense of pressure that gets on top of you that you definitely feel that you have to perform. When you get down in a game, you understand this is it. If I don't perform right now, my team can lose. There's a lot of pressure that comes with the playoffs. And so until Sam Darnold can show that he can rise his level of play and be consistent like he has been this regular season in the playoffs, I'm not worried about Sam Darnold. He can prove me wrong, but good luck to him.
Well,
I'm not worried about
the issue is the Vikings. The Vikings have other things. The Vikings have a good defense, things that can help him in a playoff game. Remember a couple of years ago, they were winning all these games close, and now they're winning close games, but their statistics are pretty close to the Packers. The Vikings are a good team.
They have better offensive weapons than the Green Bay Packers. With Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hockenson still coming back from the knee injury. I mean, you talk about just those 3 guys. Aaron Jones, though Josh Jacobs is better. Aaron Jones is no slacker, no slouch. Like they have better offensive pieces. I think the Packers have a more consistent offensive line, and we obviously have a better quarterback. But they definitely have, when it comes to offensive weapons, they definitely have better offensive weapons than the Green Bay Packers. You'll take those 2 receivers over anybody.
Fine. Well, you don't mention the things where the Packers are better?
The Packers don't. Quarterback.
No.
Quarterback. Running back.
Yes.
That's it. Those are the 2.
That's it? Running the game. That doesn't count at all?
It's important. That's why I believe the Green Bay Packers are a better football team than the Minnesota Vikings.
The Vikings have a better passing offense. The Packers have a better running offense.
Yeah.
The Packers have a quarterback who's a little better. So to me, that balances the offenses out. Which offense is better, the Vikings or the Packers?
I'm taking the
put
Packers
that
offense.
to discount. Well, then that's all that matters. And why do you just pick the spots?
No, I'm talking about overall. I just said they had better weapons than the Green Bay Packers. That's all I'm
saying. I disagree. They have better passing receivers. Everyone you mentioned was a receiver.
Or do you consider Jordan Love to be a weapon?
I think he's more a weapon than the Vikings quarterback.
Oh, no, that's cool. Well, if he's considered a weapon, then I'll give you that. But I was thinking more
and their running back,
skill position guys outside of the quarterback.
They got the Vikings have better wide receivers, and that's it. That's it.
But Homer, think about it though. If the Green Bay Packers had Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, and T.J. Hawkinson, this football team is 15-1.
No.
What do you mean no?
That's what I said.
What do you mean no?
Because
Homer?
what they have,
look what he does with what we have now.
What they have, what
Aaron Jones can do.
What
with
the
this
Packers
offense.
have, what?
Aaron Jones ripped off 4 or 5 straight games of 100 yards.
Hold on, you
in the
think?
regular season
Yes,
and the playoffs.
that's one stretch. You pick guys back. Would the Packers be better with Aaron Jones than they are with Josh Jacobs?
No, with our team, no, because it showed us last year. But overall, if you have Jordan,
who has
Addison,
the better running back?
We have the better running back. But they have 2 great receivers. They have 2 arguably top 10 receivers.
They do, and the Packers
said he rested his case. I hit the gavel.
Yeah, thank you.
What?
I said I rest my case. That was the gavel.
He's tired of hearing it, I think is what it is.
No, this is good.
John, do we need another break and then we'll get to John, or do we get to John first?
No, let's break first. Let's get to John after.
John, is the only way I feel like you have to get to a caller is if they waited more than an hour.
I agree with that philosophy.
Yeah.
Now you ain't going to have to wait an hour.
Next.
Back after this on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Life's busy, and Quick Trip gets it. Whether you're grabbing fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or a quick meal, Quick Trip is your go-to for quality and fast service. From clean restrooms to fresh groceries, easy meal options, and guaranteed fuel, we make your day easier. Plus, enjoy perks like free ATMs, free air for your tires, and sweet rewards with the Quick Rewards program. Everything you need in one stop, and always a friendly, see you next time, Quick Trip, where your day gets easier and better.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust. Get your Golden Eagles essentials by opening Marquette checking from Wintrust today.
A classic Big East battle in Cincinnati over the weekend for Marquette as they take down Xavier, but it wasn't without a few clutch buckets late, including this from David Joplin.
Now against Foster, Cam Jones. Joplin faked the 3. Joplin on a drive against Foster. Spins, turns, shoots, scores! David Joplin gives Marquette a 3-point lead. You know what?
We got to get it together here.
Whoever Foster's guarding, they want to go to the basket. Timeout, Xavier.
Joplin and Cam Jones combining for 39 points in a 72-70 Marquette win over Xavier. They're now 11-2 on the season and will now have a break for the holidays before they take on Providence in Rhode Island on New Year's Eve.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, and the official bank of Marquette University.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Wallace for Universal Windows Direct. It is the holiday season, which is a time for family, friends, and staying cozy inside. But if your home is drafty, it's hard to stay comfortable. And with all the gift giving happening this time of year, why don't you give yourself the gift of lower energy bills with new windows from Universal Windows Direct? For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free plus 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions apply. Go to UWD.com and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Experience elite orthopedic care at OAW. Their skilled teams in Pewaukee, Brookfield, and Mukwonago offer tailored treatment for your needs.
Chris Middleton and Brooke Lopez lead the way in Chicago on Monday night in a 112-91 win over the Bulls.
Bucks come away with it. That has been a theme of this game. Chicago unable to make open looks when they've had them. Middleton squeezes off a three, and he cans another one from the right wing. Cash Money. He's got 3 3-pointers in the game and 5 points here to start this third quarter.
Middleton, Lopez, and Bobby Portis combining for 61 points in the victory. The Bucks now 16-12 on the season. Remember, no Christmas Day game for the Bucks this year. Instead, they'll take on the Nets at Pfizer Forum on Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Book your appointment today at orthowisconsin.com. This is ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon on 94.5 ESPN.
Merry Christmas, happy holiday. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holiday.
This is a special noon to 2 show. I'm Homer, he's Kyle. As to how high expectations should be for the Green Bay Packers. You can't have a season exist where everything would go so well as it has for the Packers this year. I mean, how lucky.
New Orleans. That's how high they're going.
All right.
But you actually believe that?
Yeah, I do. I think there's a chance.
That's not what I'm asking you. Of course, there's a chance. Do you believe that they're going to the Super Bowl?
The jury is still out, as Homer said.
It's all about the difficulty of what they have to do.
What's the difficulty of what they have to do?
Now, when they did this before in 2010, they were incredibly lucky in terms of how things played out. They got to play Atlanta. They knew the weaknesses of Atlanta, even though it's but more than anything else, they got to play the Bears in the NFC Championship game.
Weren't the Bears the 1 seed that year?
Yeah, but no, everybody knew the Bears weren't that good, and everybody, this going in.
So how we get lucky?
Because that year, the year in which the Packers had to go on the road and win 3 times,
Eagles,
was incredibly easy by other years. Like, we'll look at those 3 teams. If the Packers had it that easy in the postseason, I would say they could get to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to play at least 2 and maybe 3
really
good teams.
Yeah.
Or good teams.
No, I understand that the journey and the path is tough and very hard. And again, I'm not sold that the Vikings are a real Super Bowl contender, but winning this game on Sunday against the Vikings definitely gives me the confidence that the Green Bay Packers are maybe starting to turn the corner and finish beating good teams, because that's a quality football team.
No, they're good enough to do that, yes.
So
the benefit the Packers might get, as they did in 2010, is the Lions. The Lions are not the same because of all the injuries, and that could be huge. So if they get to the NFC Championship game and play against Detroit, that would in some ways be similar to the Bears. They're better than the Bears were because they still have a good offense. But Detroit, the biggest benefit to the Packers right now is Detroit is not what Detroit was. On the more difficult side, the Rams appear to be much better now that people are coming back, and they're a team that I don't think you'd want to play. All right, John, you are on the special show, the one-time only show of Kyle and Homer. Yes, John.
Gentlemen, thanks for taking my call. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You with the exception of the Saints game, the Packers don't seem to have consistency from one half to the other of consistent scoring, where we get up, or the Packers get up, and then they seem to get conservative. The teams that they will be facing in the playoffs don't seem to do that. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
So what? Even given that, the Packers are still one of the elite teams scoring. How good do you have to be if you're accurate, John, and your team is still among the elite scoring? You got to be really good.
Playing those teams.
What?
You're going to be playing those teams. You haven't been playing up against those teams.
Well, but
I'll debate, John. I'll say this, John. When you look at it, think about the game against the Lions. The Packers didn't have a great first half against the Lions, and what did they do in the second half of that game? They took it to the brink where they tied it up at 31-31. Now, we want teams to be perfect, but it's hard to keep the pedal to the metal for an entire game, right? How many teams actually get up 28 or 21-0 and go on to make the score 45-0 at the end of the game? I have to say, at the end of the day, the Green Bay Packers have been pretty consistent, though I would love them to finish the second half a little bit better. It just seems hard for teams to finish it out, right? Like they already feel like they're
I said this. When you scored 30 points, all right, you're doing all right. If you give me 30 points, I'll take inconsistencies. I'll take whatever it is you get. 30 points.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it too. This offense is one of the best offenses in the NFL. That's the reason why we should be feeling much more confident.
Right.
There's not one team, I'm telling you this right now, there's not one team, one defense in the NFL that I think can slow down this Green Bay Packers offense. There's not one. Because Jordan Love taking care of the football, Josh Jacobs getting the game rolling, and the offensive line.
Here are the last 5 games. 38-30, 34-30, and 34.
No, there is not a single defense in the NFL that will stop and slow down a Green Bay Packers offense. That's why it is on our defense to be consistent, and maybe if they can translate what they've been doing of late, where they've held teams to 15.5 points since the bye week, average per week, the Green Bay Packers are going to be fine, right? If you continue to force turnovers the way that you did yesterday. Yesterday, you got your interception, you got your fumble, you got your 2 per game.
By the way, I was wrong. They didn't have 34. They had 31. They're 34, 30, 31, 30, and 38. So, and as I said, if you're scoring 30 a game, however you're doing it, you're fine. And you can say we need to be, but 30 points a game.
Yeah, I understand that. And
5 in a row. I don't know. Is that the first time it's ever happened? The Packers have ever done that?
Don't you have an institute, the Homer Institute?
Yeah, I know. When we were at 4, a number were at 4. I mean, I don't. I got an institute. You know what the institute called? Said, "Shut up." The best offense ever was 2011, and don't even talk to me. They averaged 30 a game for the whole year. I mean, so whatever your numbers are, find me numbers that tell you somebody's better than Michael Jordan, and you go, no, don't waste the time.
No, I mean, because
all that means is the number doesn't mean that much.
I don't believe it. That there's anybody better.
Well, no, I mean, I'd have to go back in 2011. Hold on, I'll get it here in a second. 2011, I know they were first in the league. And they averaged 35 points a game.
Yeah.
Now, it's always important to be relative to the rest of the league. If everybody else was scoring a ton of points, I don't think so. 35 a game. So don't waste time telling me that any offense is that good. But to score 30 a game, I mean, so maybe that team didn't score 30 points 5 straight games. But that only tells me that's not the best way to judge how good an offense was.
Well, according to the internet, this is it says it's the 5th consecutive game in which the Packers have scored 30 or more points,
yes,
the longest in the Super Bowl era.
Correct.
I forgot about that Lions loss being 30 points.
And my answer is fine. Just know in 2011, they averaged 35 a game. I don't need to know how many games in a row they got to 30. Because they must have got to 40 a few times, too.
Why do you think that team lost?
Because their defense sucked. Mm-hmm. They were 19th in defense. That's not. Now, other teams have done it randomly. I'd have to look it up, but not the Packers.
Based off your research, Homer, you believe this Green Bay Packers football team is positioned better than that 15-1 football team in the 2011-2012 season?
Yes. Yeah.
So despite how
I'm trying to look. In the last Kansas City was the worst defensive team a couple years ago. They were 16th. The Rams were 15th. But that Kansas City team, I think, was better defensively. But, yeah, they were, in 2011, they were 19th. Here are the defenses of the Super Bowl. 2nd, 16th, 15th, 8th, 7th, 7th, 4th, 1st, 4th, 8th, 1st, 13th. There's no 19th there.
The Packers are in there.
Yeah, no, the Packers.
The Packers are in that realm of possibility overall.
Are. Yes.
So who do you think is the biggest obstacle for the Green Bay Packers then? Because you talked about how good the Lions were, the Eagles were, and I believe you think the Vikings are good, correct?
The biggest obstacle is the level of what you're going to have to do in 2 games to get there, and then of course you have Kansas City to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, you got to beat Mahomes. City's already in the Super Bowl. You don't have to worry about.
This season. Yes, this season is Kansas City against the rest of the league. It could eventually end, But yeah, that's right. Kansas City versus the rest of the league.
For me, I feel like it comes down to this. Is that I understand the Packers are youthful, but if the Green Bay Packers defense plays like they have been, and I'm not talking about the fact that they're shutting out teams, but the Green Bay Packers defense can continue to get a little bit of pass rush, and if they can force two turnovers consistently, right, they're fine.
Yes,
they're fine because that will make up for the points that they get scored on. Because when you get turnovers, you typically are getting the ball in a better position.
Which is why I have said the most important player for the Green Bay Packers
is Xavier McKinney.
No,
who is that? Is it Cooper? Oh, Edgerrin Cooper. Did you know who Edgerrin Cooper was when they drafted him?
No.
I love it.
No, I'm obsessed with Edgerrin Cooper.
I mean, how could you not? Because here's the thing about Edgerrin Cooper. Early in the game, he's having TFL. He just pops, Homer. He literally pops.
Yes.
The kid is 6'2", only 228, but he pops off the screen.
He's everywhere.
No, he really is. He really is.
And you never wonder where he's going, like Quay Walker.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You know he's going to the football to make a play. Quay Walker,
That's
like, wait a
correct.
minute. The quarterback
So
is
I
rolling
don't
that
know that he's this good forever. You don't even know if he's going to be this good for the rest of the year.
No, you just don't. You don't start this good. This is talent.
But my point is,
this is special.
Yes, it changes the defense.
No, it does. I said it. What he was able to do, I believe it was last week, where they would send him on blitzes. Right, the pressure he was able to create when they sent him. And the disruption he was able to be, that is a game changer. That is a difference maker. Because then what's going to happen is they're going to have to account for number 56. And then that frees up a Kenny Clark. That frees up a Rashawn Gary. Heck, that frees up a Kingsley Enagbare who's been playing better to me than Lucas Van Ness.
Yes. They're a different team.
You're saying he's a championship piece?
Yes. If he continues to play at his current level, they will go to the Super Bowl.
Mark that.
But, you know.
Come get a B, Homer. You earned it. You think the Packers go
No,
to the
you
Super
can't
Bowl,
have an if.
and you don't have to
You
take
can't
your shirt
have
off
it. No,
for
no, you can't have an if. It's you got believe. I didn't say
believe.
I didn't say
Homer
if.
wants to be. Come
I
on,
didn't say if.
Homer, come on.
No,
Can I throw it at you?
No, when I don't need Cooper to when I'm convinced that he's that good for this season, then I won't need a beat.
No, I want you to get the B's, Homer, but nothing strange. Nothing strange. I know how you old men get. You get frisky and handsy.
Oh, old men. Yeah. Anything else?
Homer,
Anything else I need to know?
Wait a minute.
Anything else?
What, Homer,
Do you
are you not
discriminate with other people?
Wait, are you that old?
I am old.
Okay, then.
Yes.
So what am I? I'm saying you. Oh, I'm saying.
No,
as
the
an
question is what you connected with old. You could have
frisky and
said
handsy?
you could have said old, and you know what I've learned about old people? It's amazing how much smarter they are than people of a younger age.
They're very smart.
Which I don't know. Your brain gets smaller as you get older. That was made up by a person trying to find something positive
The old
about
people
being
have
old.
wisdom?
No, old people gets dumber.
I mean,
That's like they were talking on Twitter about like the Packers at 70, you have to retire as president. And Harlan's said, well, we got presidents at 70. I go, yeah, that's wrong. You shouldn't be able to be over in 70 and being president either.
yeah,
Should be 70.
I can ding you on that one.
Yeah, so or 75, whatever. But yeah, no, you lose it as you get older at a certain point. You can ask anybody. So I don't care. How do I get smarter if I'm losing it? Homer, I don't
know.
It's just made up.
I can't.
So all you can do is to try to be. And Clint Eastwood had the great line. I still do movies because I try to keep that old man out of me. Like it's in there, but you try to see as how much in each day can you be your younger self.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 5 minutes. Maybe it's 10 minutes. But the worst part to me about being old is all the crap people say about the good things of being old.
Oh, well, I just told you some of the bad things.
I know they're bad. They're bad.
So
they're all bad. They're all bad.
You're welcome. Frisky and handsy. And
Fine.
loose with the lips.
I don't know that those are it, but yes.
Oh, I've been to a nursing home. They like to. Nurse, I need to be bathed.
Okay. See, you just made my point.
Yeah, when I go to a nursing home, bathe me. Can't wait.
So yeah, getting old sucks.
Yeah.
All you try to do is hold on to young as much each day as you can. They can get pretty short. Maybe get an hour in there. And then spend time around young people.
That's what Bill Belichick did. Or is currently doing.
Yes.
He's smart. He's taking your advice.
I don't know how far. At age 72, you date somebody who's 24. I didn't have that, but yeah, that's a little closer to being around young people that I thought.
Lively. Keeps them alive.
There's nothing he's done in his life that has surprised people as much as that.
Yeah, I mean.
And that's the other part. All those people that played for him, there's nobody that's come out and said, what is wrong with him? And
Well, he's in love. What do you mean? What's wrong? You can't judge
give me a
love.
break. Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes,
You
I can.
Can't judge
72 and 24 is not normal.
She likes him old, and he likes him young. That's
Is it normal? Is it normal or not? What if he was
normal.
What if he was dating a raccoon? Would you say that's okay?
Well, that would cause some issues with PETA and with animal control,
Fine.
and he may get
Okay.
arrested for that. That was that bestiality. You can't be with those.
Go to break, Homer. Christ. Goodbye.
All right. At what
More
age?
coming up next on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Bring in 2025 at American Place Casino. Join us for the Oztacular Countdown featuring $50,000 promotional drawings, merchandise giveaways, live entertainment, and more. They say seeing is believing, and at American Place Casino, you'll believe you found a real game changer. From table games to the hottest slots, plus dining, bars, and more, we've got it all. This New Year's Eve, let the celebration begin. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 10 to 54 count selective varieties, hefty plates, bowls, storage, or freezer bags, 2 for $5. 8 to 15 ounce selective varieties, Old Dutch Ripple or tortilla chips, pretzels, or cheese puffs, 2 for $5.50. 2-liter bottle selective varieties, Coca-Cola soda, 2 for $4.50. 60.2 to 22.5 ounce selective varieties, Jose Olé taquitos, $4.99.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
Try this. Win free groceries from Century Foods.
With free groceries.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by January 8th.
Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. Don't let the chilly weather end your golf season. X-Golf and American Family Field is open all year round. They've got innovative and accurate golf simulators, all overlooking left field at AmFam Field. Enjoy daily lunch specials or have an outing with your friends and take in X-Golf's full bar and food menus. X-Golf AmFam Field is even offering golf lessons by a PGA pro. Everyone is welcome at X-Golf AmFam. Book your sim today, xgolfamfamfield.com. I'll see you out there.
Discount Liquor Christmas Week is here on 94.5 ESPN. Our friends at Discount Liquor have over 14,000 varieties of beer, liquor, and wine in stock. Discount Liquor brings the selection, everyday low prices, expert service, and the convenience of 2 locations. It is the perfect spot to find that drink for your Christmas gathering. Stop by 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and in downtown Waukesha at Main and Barstow. Discount Liquors is a locally family-owned and operated business. Merry Christmas from Discount Liquor.
I haven't had anything to eat for days, and being hungry hurts.
Going without oil changes can destroy your engine, but it doesn't compare to the effect of going without food. That's why the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee is determined to make sure no one goes to bed hungry. Through March 1st, they'll donate $1 from every oil change to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has donated over $890,000, providing more than 2.6 million meals to people across southeast Wisconsin, the majority being children and seniors. And with today's ongoing challenges, the need is greater than ever. So help the hungry while helping your vehicle. Get your oil changed by Adam Dealer Factory Trained Techs at a price as low or lower than independent shops. Visit an Adam member dealer near you.
For a list of participating dealers, visit adamm.com.
Cousin Subs is spicing things up this fall with a new sub and a delicious shake. The Chipotle Cheesesteak Sub with either grilled-to-order chicken or steak features pepper jack cheese, sauteed green peppers and onions, jalapenos, and Chipotle ranch dressing. And that's not all. Pair your Chipotle cheesesteak with a delicious mint shake and your taste buds will fall in love. Order in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
You're listening to ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon on 94.5 ESPN.
Step into Christmas, let's join together.
special Packer Show 2 hours, though we've drifted a little bit.
I like drifting with you, Homer. Remember, we used to do
Bill
Pack Attack?
Belichick. By the way, Bill Belichick has made, I think, a good decision to coach in college.
Why is that? Why is that a good decision for him?
College is now the pros. He's just coaching in AAA. And if I'm a kid in college football, I would want to go play for Bill Belichick as much as any coach in the country. I'm getting ready for the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to find success because Deion found success having a swagger, and Bill Belichick is going to find success just overall with what he can bring with his wisdom. But it comes down to facilities. Alabama has great facilities, right? So not only do you have a great program, you have a great coach, but also you have top-notch facilities. North Carolina ain't the same as Alabama. North Carolina cares about what you got going on in your brain. Alabama just cares about what you can do with that football.
Well,
there's a big difference.
There is, but again, let's assess young players that want to make it in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
money is an issue, what you can count, but I'm saying it's the pros. You're coaching professionals. Now, granted, there are some commitment to the school. I'm not sure what it is. I'm also not sure.
Going to class.
How do you make somebody go to class? Hold on. I'm now in charge of every highly paid college athlete, and you're from any school. Pick any school you want and tell me that my friend that I'm advising is risks ineligibility. Go ahead, tell me.
Homer, you do realize is that they still have to take classes, and there's still something called academic integrity. If you cheat on something, then that means you could potentially be suspended. So you still have to go to class.
Yes, sir, potentially. Now you realize that they've invested through second hands $100,000 or $200,000. Sir, look at me in the eyes. I'll take my chances.
Homer, come on now, Homer. You can't. You can get kicked out of an institution for cheating on stuff.
I don't know what cheating is.
You mean take your chance? I can vouch and say I know these kids are still going to class. They're working hard because they have to be eligible. I know for a fact. My little cousin, he went to Michigan State and he had to take a whole bunch of classes to be eligible for Michigan State this fall.
Please ask your friends, and I don't know this, but please ask your friends what the standard and what it is like now, because you do agree that, and there are some making millions. Are you going to risk that person not playing with investment of $1 million?
I mean, Angel Reese last year, and she didn't get $1 million, but she got a lot of money at LSU for other things.
Was she ineligible?
She was she was suspended for like a couple games because of some academic stuff.
Yes, they worked that out as it got to be tournament time.
Well, yeah, it was early.
Okay.
They had to scare early in the season. So I'm saying that academics still matter.
Well, no, I will judge based on how many are ineligible. I just think it would be real difficult. It would be real difficult to force that to the same degree now that they're getting paid by someone. Right? There are people associated with some connection to schools that are making huge investments.
I'm sure if somebody made a phone call for their $1 million player and they got suspended because of academics, they can make a call and say, I'm going to not only withdraw my money from anybody else. So make sure that fix this.
So I don't know. My point is, no one talks much. I don't know what the standard can be. You have to go to class. You now have the ability to take classes online. I'm just saying, I haven't heard of any highly paid player ineligible. Have you?
I mean, no, but
not
kids
one.
Are rarely ever ineligible.
Right.
But they still have to go to class.
I
or
guess.
Take the test.
I will
have somebody take the test.
Whatever. Would you agree the situation in terms of assessing academic responsibilities is significantly harder now than it's ever been?
I would say yes. I need Luke Fickell to hire you.
No, I didn't know who Lou Fickell should hire.
He needs to hire you.
No, he needs to hire who was the basketball player? Storr?
Oh, AJ Storr.
He needs to hire her mom to be the agent for everybody.
Oh yeah, she got Storr $750 from Kansas and probably $300.
Well, no, I mean I don't know. He's been to 4 different high schools. Then he goes to St. John's, an outstanding freshman or highly touted, and Pitino takes over and doesn't want him, which was a surprise. So he comes to Wisconsin at a certain price. And this is the only story that I've heard. It's hard to know ever actually, but then his mom said, "No, you got to pay him $1 million to play." Wisconsin said no. So where would you go? Where's the first school you would go in college basketball? Kansas.
Yeah.
It'll be $1 million. And they said no. Then 3 days later, they said, okay.
Oh, so he got the mill.
He got the mill or close to it again. And he's not even starting.
Yeah.
All right. Now, who's the greatest agent in America right now?
His mom.
His mom.
Mrs. Store.
Yes. I would hire her somewhere because she got to figure it out because he's not that good.
But they rich.
More power to him. She's played the system as well as anybody. And it may have been that Pitino didn't want him at St. John's because he knew his mom and going, he ain't lasted here. He going to fight a little bit more somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. How often do you think he's going to school?
Well, he was eligible at Wisconsin. So.
Yes, I believe he's been eligible everywhere.
Them grades must look eligible.
And I would say this. These players need classes more important than ever before. They need a class on finance. They need a class on how to deal with people around them. There are classes now for them more important than they ever had because they found a job that pays them well.
Homer, they're not going to school for finance. So Ben is a comm major. That's what they're going to school for.
They're
not trying to go to school.
I agree, but that's what's changed. They need education and help. And people have said, Homer, they won't listen. I said, that's never stopped education before. You tell people what help they need. They need major help at their age to be told how to best handle all the things that come with the world they're in.
I agree. It's
You'd
a
be
lot
a
of
good
money.
teacher.
I try to help those who want to help themselves.
Yes. And what responsibility does a college have more than helping their students be smarter and live a better life? Well, that's what needs to be done for all.
Well,
the majority.
once Wisconsin starts getting some players that are actually of quality,
All
and
right.
they can call
Back to the Packers. Damn, we lost focus again. What is that, 6 times? Next.
Back after this on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
The Harlem Globetrotters 2025 World Tour is here, bringing all the cool tricks and laughs fans love. We're coming to the Fiserv Forum on December 31st. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
Stay safe this winter with help from Menards. Protect your windshield and keep your view clear with Splash Ultimate Windshield Wash Fluid. It's effective down to negative 35 degrees, and it clears ice and salt for a clean, streak-free shine. Pick up a gallon for only $2.39. Get everything you need for your vehicle at Menards, and view our weekly flyer on menards.com to view all our great deals happening now. Prices good through December 24th.
4 seasons greetings to you all from Menards.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Bruston Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Kyle Wallace.
A bruise? Bro, I tore both my ACLs. And you talking about a bruise?
Steve Homer True.
All I'm telling you is if you die, I want your heart because it's never been used.
Wisconsin's biggest fan.
We didn't show up whatsoever. We literally took a trip down to Denver to kick it out in the high altitude in the hot sun. That's all they did, because when they came back, they gained nothing from these last couple days.
And a radio goat.
He owes us a damn explanation as to why he believes it's cold. And he owes us a damn explanation explanation why he says that about calling plays.
Welcome to ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon.
This is going to be the biggest show ever.
Broadcasting live from downtown Milwaukee inside the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios. Here's Homer and Kyle.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Hey, yo, Bo knows this, and Bo knows that. But Bo don't know jack, because Bo can't rap.
A special Green Bay Packers show with slight distractions. Homer and Kyle.
We can lock in now, Homer. I'm excited because we got a lot to talk about.
What?
You don't think there's much to talk about?
No, the talk about is always, I got to worry about this or got to worry about. I don't have anything to worry about.
Homer, I think we do have something to worry about. We have to worry about whether or not this team is for real or not. And I believe they are a good football team. But this game against the Minnesota Vikings allows for you to know whether or not this team is a Super Bowl contender.
They are.
Or if they're a pretender.
No, they're not a pretender. You can't. You're not allowed to say that.
Okay, if they
get
lose,
that whistle off.
If they lose,
they're not a pretender.
Ain't going nowhere.
They're not a pretender.
If they lose to the Vikings like they did the first time against the Vikings, where it was disgusting in the first half and they had to come back.
They're still not a pretender.
It makes them a pretender because it shows that against great level of competition, elite football teams, they do not know how to solve that riddle.
It could be that one team.
What do you mean that one team? It happened against the Lions. It happened twice. It happened against the Eagles. And if it happens twice against the Minnesota Vikings, who are led by Sam Darnold, it will lead me and many other Packers fans to believe that they are not.
It didn't happen the second time against the Lions.
They lost. They couldn't solve the riddle.
Again, they lost, but they showed.
They played well. That's great, but it almost isn't.
Right.
Isn't
when
good
they
enough,
when they lost to the Lions, did you say, "Excuse me, pretender"? No.
I said, "Excuse me, we got to win one of these games." Like at some point, you are who they think you are, right? And if the Green Bay Packers have shown that they can beat the level of a Seattle, they can beat an Atlanta, they can beat a Tampa, they can beat a Washington, but they can't beat the top dogs like a Kansas City, like the Eagles, like the Lions and the Vikings, then that shows you that they are not a Super Bowl contender. But I do believe that this week they will prove where they belong overall in the NFC and the NFL.
Even if they lose to the Vikings, they're still one of the top 10 teams in the NFL. Top 8, 10.
But if they lose to the Minnesota Vikings, your level of belief that this team actually can win a Super Bowl drops. It goes down.
It'll be the same either way.
No, Homer, if they lose 31-17 and it's not even close, you're going to sit here and come back on Monday.
Depends how. If Cooper's hurt, we're in trouble. But am I going to think? I mean, I still think the challenge is so tough that I'm not sure they can get through the challenge. But I won't lose faith in how good this team is. This is a good team.
No,
what
agree
is
it's
wrong?
a good team.
You can't even mention anything about the team other than that. This big picture. I don't know if they can beat the good teams.
Well, they have
tell
to.
me
They gotta prove it.
All right, but if they get killed, why are they going to get killed? We know. I would say if Jordan Love turns the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, which he has not done.
He
didn't take a shot to Christian Watson.
He solved that. They have solved everything you want.
Yeah, no, I agree. And so the only thing, no, not everything, there's one thing they have not solved, and that's the ability to beat an elite team. And the Minnesota Vikings is going to be their first opportunity because you're going to play a football team that already has 13 wins.
Oh, the other thing that makes you think it could be the year is no 49ers. What team has owned the Packers in the postseason? If you said before the season, be good and get rid of the 49ers.
Yeah, I mean, they started it. They basically finished the 49ers. They beat the 49ers, and the 49ers were hanging on.
I have only one thing.
What is that?
My concern is I've stated that LaFleur is the Steve Mariucci, that he's got a great organization, good quarterback, and just won't make it. I'm worried that he's too soft for his team to get to the Super Bowl.
And that's based off what have you seen from Matt LaFleur that leads you to believe he's too soft?
He
complains about a lot of stuff.
Nah, but
stop with the wave.
Yeah, now wait a minute. Hold on. There's a good example. What? That's soft. Like you're worried about the wave? No, you should be focused on. And I can't defend this position. I admit it, but that's all I got. I just think he does. Like, do you think of a coach being upset about them doing the wave? We're kicking the butt. You know what I'm the coach and I'm thinking about at 34-0? I got to come with a way to be mad at this team about something. I got to get on their butt. I don't think he's capable of getting on their butt enough.
Yeah.
All right. Look at Shanahan. Shanahan, there's a part of Shanahan that's a jerk, right?
Yeah, got to be.
All right, the Rams coach. What's the guy's name?
My goodness, Sean McVay.
Yeah, there's part of him that at times he's a jerk.
He can be.
Right. There's no time that LaFleur's a jerk. Isn't.
I agree. I do think there's this not imposter syndrome, but coming in with Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback of your football team, you're the head coach, but you have to adjust things to him. They talked about it in Enigma after their first season together. They went back to the drawing board and they said, how can we match what you did before with what we do now, right? And so a lot of times I think maybe Matt LaFleur is still trying to prove something, but some of these out, like him getting mad, he had a tantrum earlier this year that cost the Packers a 15-yard penalty. I mean, him getting into it and mad that a fan yelled something bad to us. Right. Sometimes his focus is not on the right things.
He's a guy who believes in smartness. Yeah. We're going to be smarter. Now, the defense and the defense, I would say, has gotten tougher, but I don't think that's necessarily the result of he or his staff. I think that's the result of the players that have been brought in.
I
so
think
Hafley may have done it.
No, I think the team got tougher based off the mentality Hafley talking about. I want to see 11
So then LaFleur gets credit for that.
No, there's definitely a mentality that has been shifted where the guys are playing better team defense, and it seems like they're taking pride in swarming, right? Swarming the football, getting there, making plays.
No, they're a tougher team. LaFleur has also run the ball more than I or anybody expected him to.
And running the football makes you a tougher football team because it just gives you that sense of we're going to just pound it on you.
At some point, I hope I'm wrong, and I'll say no. He changed or adjusted, or my whole premise was incorrect.
I do feel a little bit what you're talking about.
I mean, LaFleur, we agree. LaFleur's a nice guy.
He seems like a very nice guy. Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't.
No,
like my
I know
friend
he's
Ben
a nice
Brust,
guy.
But
I know he's a nice guy because when Ben Brust came with a jersey of Rodgers, the Jets, dude, ain't nobody signing that damn jersey.
Okay,
ain't nobody. No coach. Would Shanahan have signed that damn jersey?
No.
Yeah. Would McVay have signed that same jersey? Yes. Campbell might have put him in prison. He might have said you're banned from. I don't know what he would have done.
Campbell might have slapped Ben.
But
former football
players are different. So, but yeah, Matt LaFleur is who's the nicest guy to win the Super Bowl? Let's look that up. Who's the nicest guy?
Dan Reeves, did he ever win?
What?
Dan Reeves, did he ever win a Super Bowl?
No.
No, that might be why he didn't. He was too nice.
I don't know. I mean, and I admit, I could just be.
Oh, we know who it is. It was Dick Vermeil. Dick Vermeil has to be the nicest guy to win a Super Bowl.
Again, maybe. I'm not sure he was as a coach. But
you don't think he was nice? I thought he was a nice guy. Oh, okay.
I think he was. But, again.
Oh, Tony Dungy. He doesn't even swear.
Yes. Tony Dungy
Andy Reid's pretty nice.
And what?
Andy Reid can probably get on people. Chewy's told stories about him.
Tony Dungy's the answer.
Yeah.
And then they kicked him out of Tampa.
Yeah, because he was
too nice. And they brought in Gruden, who clearly is not nice.
Turned it around. It worked out.
Won the Super Bowl, yes. But Tony Dungy got his in Indianapolis. So that's a great line. That's anybody who addresses and disagrees with my premise. It's Tony Dungy.
Yeah, look, Tony, but I do believe that Matt LaFleur, though he may be a little bit nicer, he has allowed for this football team to still be a tough football team. I mean,
they've become tougher, without a doubt.
And the thing that people have to understand, this is why I feel like we got to give Goody and Matt LaFleur a lot more credit, because right now, as fans and as people who watch it, right, and people who analyze, they're thinking, oh, the Green Bay Packers football team, they look good. No, the Green Bay Packer football team is the youngest football team in the NFL. And we cannot sit here and not give praise with the fact that Matt LaFleur lost one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time from his team, and he was able to take a younger roster with a fresh new quarterback as a starter with Jordan Love to now, back-to-back years, they have made the playoffs. They missed the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers, though he was hurt that season, his last year here. But they have made the playoffs in back-to-back years. 5 of his 6 years as a football coach, he has made the playoffs. Call him soft, call him whatever you want, but the guy knows how to coach football. And right now, what we're seeing from this football team is they're starting to figure out who they are. And it all started with that that game against the 49ers, where those boys were amped up and ready to go because they were thinking about what happened last year. And the way they played was starting to show everybody we are for real. That is when that attitude shift changed right there, where the Green Bay Packers started pounding teams. Haven't not scored 30 since.
No, so you got to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I hope. I really feel like I hope they do, but this is why the game against Minnesota is so important. Last year, they were able to show us against Minnesota on New Year's Eve that they could beat good team Minnesota wasn't healthy, but they can go on the road and they could be a good football team, right? Like they can take care of business. That's what they showed against the Minnesota Vikings last year, and again they showed us last night and the week before against Seattle is that they can take care of business. 34-0 shows you we're a hell of a football team. If we're better than you, we're going to destroy you. No mental lapses whatsoever. Hell, did the Packers have any penalties yesterday?
They had a few 6 or something, but not.
It seemed clean. I guess I got so bored in the second half, you don't even notice.
So if the Packers don't beat the Vikings, whatever the score is, your view of the Packers is going to be what?
My view of the Packers is going to say the Packers still have something to prove. They do. If they beat the Vikings, then it makes me feel more confident. If they lose to the Vikings, it makes me say, well, going into the playoffs, I hope they can win the Super Bowl, but not they're going to win the Super Bowl, right? The level of where we think this team is shifts based off what the result is on Sunday. If they beat the hell out of them like they've been doing these other teams, you say, oh, yeah, they're ready.
Well, no, they're not going to beat the hell out of them.
Oh, I think they could.
What would beating the hell out of them be?
Winning by 10 points or more. And then also imposing their will where early on you give the ball to Josh Jacobs. And the Packers these last couple of weeks, they've driven downfield to score touchdowns first drives. Multiple drives. We get the ball, we're scoring. We get the ball, we're scoring. Harassing the quarterback. If the Packers are able to replicate what they did against Seattle, against the Minnesota Vikings, that right there will show you that this is a Super Bowl ready team.
They beat the Vikings by 10 points in Minnesota.
They're a Super Bowl ready team.
Yes.
That's what we have to see.
But if they lose by 3,
then they still have to prove they can beat elite football teams. That's what it comes down to. A loss just shows you that you still have not gotten over a hump. A beat down shows you that this team is Super Bowl ready. A victory shows that this team is a contender. That's what it is. That's how I'm evaluating this game on Sunday.
What's the best you can think of this Green Bay Packer team if they lose to the Vikings? If they lose to the Vikings, will you still believe? Will you still have that whistle? You would keep that whistle if they lose to the Vikings?
I like the whistle.
I don't know. No.
I be blowing the whistle like Too Short told me, homie. You know Too Short?
You can't get away with this. The Packers don't beat the Vikings. You got to get rid of that whistle.
It's gonna be something that I'll have and be a memory of.
No, you need to hold the whistle. They then have to do something based on what you've said on this show. They don't beat the Vikings. You got to lose the whistle until they then beat a team.
Sure. All
right.
I'll do it because that's after the Vikings, the only chance is in the playoffs.
No, right. But you can't have the whistle until after they win a game in the playoffs against a good team.
Well, I mean, that's easy.
Because you don't believe in them.
No, if they lose to the Vikings, I would know exactly where they stand. I will.
And you can't have that whistle.
Homer, I'll have it on the side, and then they'll have to prove to me and the rest of the people who watch Packer
you
football
aren't throwing it away, but you cannot, that whistle dies if they lose to the Vikings until they have beaten a team in the playoffs.
That's fine.
Okay.
But I'm confident I'll get it back. If they lose, I'll get it back. I believe my boys are going to make a run to the NFC Championship game.
Then it wouldn't be that important. You're saying you'll believe that even if they lose. Then don't tell me it's important. Then don't tell me it's important.
No, but it is important. It definitely is. Me believing is different than what actually could happen, Homer. That's two different things.
But you have the whistle.
Yeah, and I truly believe.
If you believe they're going to make the NFC Championship game, even if they lose to the Vikings, you should have said, I'm not giving up the whistle.
Well, I mean, I just go by your rules, Homer.
It's not my whistle.
I'm not going to fight. It's still not the Super Bowl.
I don't have the whistle because I don't believe they can win the Super Bowl. And it won't change if they beat the Vikings.
So you don't believe the Packers win the Super Bowl this year?
No, because the challenge, the games ahead are too hard.
They may play. Maybe they play the. I mean, teams can get upset and beat too, Homer.
Again,
and you may end up. And if you're able to get the 5 seed, then you're talking about going south. That's where I want to go south.
So all right, that helps. You get one easier game, but after that game, you still got to win 2 on the road.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, you're not true to the whistle. We have to address your trueness to the whistle.
Homer, the truth is making people adjust the truth.
If you believed in that whistle, you would believe in that whistle even if they lost to the Vikings. Now, not if they lose by 25 to the Vikings. They lose by less than a touchdown against the Vikings in Minnesota.
That'd be disheartening. It'd be disappointing.
Then you can't have the whistle.
All right, Homer.
They're that much.
Well, TBD, we'll see on Sunday.
It's that game is that important.
It is important. I think it's important. I mean, obviously, it's not the end all.
They're way
all.
more fragile than you're willing to admit.
Oh, stop!
Your view is fragile.
Now you're calling me fragile.
Yes, they got to win. They got to win them. They got to beat the Vikings.
I mean, yeah.
I believe they lose to the Vikings. I don't care. I still believe if they don't make the NFC Championship game, if they lose to the Vikings by 40, if they don't make the NFC Championship game, I'm disappointed. They have shown to me they are at a level of play that they should at least get that far. I don't need a whistle.
All right.
Are you even if they get killed by the Vikings, do you believe the Packers will still make the NFC Championship?
If they get killed by the Vikings, I will start questioning my stance.
All right. Next.
More coming up next on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Ring in 2025 at American Place Casino. Join us for the Oztacular Countdown featuring $50,000 promotional drawings, merchandise giveaways, live entertainment, and more. They say seeing is believing, and at American Place Casino, you'll believe you found a real game changer. From table games to the hottest slots, plus dining, bars, and more, we've got it all. This New Year's Eve, let the celebration begin. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust. Get your Golden Eagles essentials by opening Marquette checking from Wintrust today.
A classic Big East battle in Cincinnati over the weekend for Marquette as they take down Xavier, but it wasn't without a few clutch buckets late, including this from David Joplin.
Now against Foster, Cam Jones. Joplin faked the three. Joplin on a drive against Foster. Spins, turns, shoots, scores! David Joplin gives Marquette a 3-point lead. You know what?
We got to get it together here.
Whoever Foster's guarding, they want to go to the basket. Timeout, Xavier.
Joplin and Cam Jones combining for 39 points in a 72-70 Marquette win over Xavier. They're now 11-2 on the season and will now have a break for the holidays before they take on Providence in Rhode Island on New Year's Eve.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, and the official bank of Marquette University.
Experience the excellence of Catholic Memorial High School for yourself. Come see why their students gain a competitive edge at CMH. Visit CatholicMemorial.net to schedule a VIP tour or student shadow day. Meet their inspiring teachers, welcoming students, and feel the energy of the CMH culture. All students achieve more than they ever imagined possible. Visit CatholicMemorial.net to schedule your visit. That's CatholicMemorial.net. Catholic Memorial High School in Waukesha, where you rise.
Every day, Wisconsin's 600,000 family caregivers help their loved ones to continue living safely in their own homes. It's not easy. Each year, they spend an average of $7,000 out of their own pockets to provide this care. Wisconsin needs family caregivers, and they need more support. Tell your state lawmakers, Wisconsin family caregivers need a caregiver tax credit in 2025. Learn more at aarp.org/WI. That's aarp.org/WI. Paid for by AARP Wisconsin.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at wipga.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. Zero sugar, zero carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more.
This is ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon on 94.5 ESPN.
This is a perfect song, right? This Christmas, you're sitting by the fireplace, looking out your, oh no, not a beautiful window. Oh no, not a cold, drafty window. You know why you have those bad windows? Because you're not working with Universal Windows Direct. So let's make sure, if it's not in time for this season, next holiday season, when you have the family over, you have great windows from Universal Windows Direct, because they want to make sure that you and your family and your friends are staying cozy inside. They don't want you to have a drafty home. They want you to be comfortable inside your home. And also, they want to give the gift of lower energy bills with their new windows from Universal Windows Direct. And what I love about UWD, if you act right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Remember, there is absolutely no limit. Plus, Universal is offering 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 whole years of interest-free payments. And every window is backed by a true lifetime warranty. Don't wait, and make sure your home is ready for the winter in the holidays. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate, or visit uwd.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
A special 2-hour show. Homer and Kyle on the Packers.
Well, before we get to the Packers, what's your favorite Christmas song, Homer?
I don't know.
You don't listen to Christmas music? What do y'all do at your household on Christmas morning? You don't play music?
No. No.
Man, I love Motown Christmas music. Oh,
I would say, but that's, you remember them when you were a kid. So that's what, like Nat King Cole.
You had kids, though. So, like, you didn't, y'all didn't play music for your kids?
They might have, but I don't.
They? What do you mean they? Were you not there?
I was there, but I don't think I focused on much of like what my kids like for Christmas music. More like movies. They liked Home Alone. So
I'm a big fan of Jackson 5. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yes.
I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
I know all the songs.
Exactly. So, I mean, you got to have a favorite. This Christmas?
I would say Nat King Cole.
Coming up next for you.
Yeah, but that's old. Like, I can get it.
The oldest, honestly, the older and the classic and the more classic the holiday music is, the more I like it.
Really?
Nat King
Baby,
Cole,
it's cold
great.
outside. Bing Crosby, right?
Yeah.
Baby,
but
it's
I mean,
cold
like,
outside.
I mean, I just think it's all based on youth. I think it's the songs you remember growing up, but maybe I'm wrong. Like It's a Wonderful Life.
Never saw it.
Is a movie.
You're not missing
that's, see?
Yeah, it came out like the, 30s, 40s?
40s, yeah. It's the greatest Christmas movie ever.
No, not better than
But wait
Christmas
a minute.
Story.
No,
Oh, that movie's awful, too.
Right, but my point is it's an age thing. Like, the movies that my kids like they love Home Alone. And Home Alone's a really good movie. I get it. So it's just a generation thing.
How do you guys feel about the Santa Claus?
I never liked the one. What's the one with the gun? What's the one?
Christmas Story. That's a
yeah.
You'll shoot
That
your
movie
eye
sucks.
out, kid. It's a BB gun.
But our one son likes it.
Ho.
But I don't. I mean,
Kick him down the slide.
I just never caught on and thought it was really good. Like some of the Santa Claus ones are pretty good. I'd have to think about some of the movies, but no, you just like Christmas music, like the stuff. Jackson 5, or the song that everybody talks about that, who's the lady that sings it? She's older now.
Kyle, I know which one he's talking about.
She married some guy in the music business who was like 50. She was 20. And what's her name? But people love it.
Are you thinking
what are the top Christmas music?
Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
All I
yeah,
Want
what's
for
that
Christmas?
song?
All I Want for Christmas.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's that. And then people rave about how great that is.
Oh, it's a great song.
Does nothing for me.
You don't like that song?
No, I like it. It's not. I'm challenged musically, but
you lack soul. That's what that is.
No, I don't.
You can't say that.
No, he lacks soul. Not like he doesn't have a soul.
I get the ones that you mentioned that I like, the Jackson 5. Like,
yeah, but all you want for Christmas, it gets your body going.
all the Jackson, you pick the top 3 Jackson 5. I like them all better than that.
Huh. Great album, though. Jackson 5 Christmas.
I don't remember the album, but, I mean, the songs. Yeah, but I'm saying it's all. I mean, the ones you remember. How old were you at the age of the Christmas songs you remember?
Probably 5, 6, 7.
I rest my case.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that? When you were watching What a Wonderful Life Is, it was only like 20 years old, and you're probably like, oh, man, this movie is old, but I love it.
It's like the greatest movie in my life, hands down, is The Wizard of Oz.
Never seen it.
Because growing up, I was so scared of the Wicked Witch, I had nightmares for 10 years.
It was an ugly witch. They did a good job putting that nasty makeup on her, didn't they?
Yeah. And I'll get you. You're pretty. Your little dog, too. I have that from just nightmares. Like, she's going to get me. And later in the movie, they have the monkeys and they come down. That wasn't even close.
Break screen. We need to have the Wizard of Oz, the witch, and the monkeys.
I'm saying it's when you're a certain age. I think I'm not the only one who remembers a certain age.
Are you going to see Wicked?
What?
Are you going to see Wicked?
Sure. I love Wicked is spectacular.
So long.
I'm
movie's great.
Fascinated by the writing of certain things, like somebody who came up with that idea.
Homer, I have a question for you since we're talking about movies. Not a holiday movie, more of a scary one. You and my parents are around the same age. They said there was one movie that scared the hell out of them that they would never watch again.
The one where the girl was Linda Blair.
Exorcism.
Yes, I couldn't watch it. I didn't watch
That's
it.
what everybody your generation says. What?
So what? Kyle, have you seen it?
I was too scared.
I've never seen it.
It's a wild movie.
They were all probably at that time teenagers.
I don't know.
Teens or maybe
but like
early
The
20s.
Omen. There one came out. I was scared of movies like that. I thought, why would you go? I couldn't watch it. I probably should watch it.
I'm not watching it. I ain't got time for that. I'd rather have a Wicked Witch in my
So
dream
I saw
than that.
The
A girl
Omen or
twisting her
something
head.
that was really
my fiance and her
dogs are
sisters
eating people and
love
stuff.
horror movies, so I get to watch a lot of those.
Oh, I cover my eyes. I ain't worried about it.
I do.
I cover my. I ain't worried. Listen, call me what you want. I'm covering my eyes.
So again, that's old. So the scariest movie either of you
have ever
think
seen?
of?
Oh, I don't watch scary movies. So
I know,
couldn't
but
tell
all
you.
right, but movie that was so scary you didn't watch it. Based on
Blair Witch Project. I would. I would turn the commercials. I'm not trying to see
any
people.
of the Omen movies. Yeah, any of those,
I turn. They got one Smiles, and now it's kind of weird.
Oh,
There's one,
I don't like it.
What about was it Halloween, Friday the 13th? Or those
classics? Yeah,
No, I mean, that's somebody getting chased. Dun, 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 dun,
So you
dun,
watch
dun,
that?
dun, dun, dun. I mean, that's just somebody getting murdered.
I mean, there's no standard. It's whatever you watch those.
I don't like the freaky stuff where like they got people ghosted and people floating and weird voices, heads turning in 360s. I don't do all that.
The scariest person ever in a movie to me was who's the guy who died? Ledge. He played the Joker.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Okay, I will admit I was in a theater that I actually looked to my right and worried that he was there. He was
He's a great actor.
He was so good.
Oh my God, it was the scariest. I mean, just how you create that. I mean,
he was good.
If I had been younger, I'd have had nightmares
the joke for that.
Correct.
That movie?
He played the Joker in the Batman movie.
Dark Knight. Yeah.
He was just a hell of an actor in that one.
No, I mean they created he was everywhere. But I don't assume other people have the same fear. All right, we got to get back to the Packers because it's the Vikings and the Packers. I got some numbers, and the odds makers basically are saying Packers are as good as the Vikings. Because the edge is generally 3 points, and no one has the Vikings as a 3-point favorite. It's either 1.5 or 2. So the odds makers say the Packers are the real deal.
Let's go with the Pack then, baby.
They believe in them more than you do.
Nah, I believe they're going to win on Sunday.
But the key is how will you view them? I've said this before. If they lose, ain't gonna bother me at all.
Like a team that still has something to prove.
Fine, yeah, but I'll still believe they can prove it.
Yeah.
And if they win, I'll still be concerned about the number of games and tough games that they have to play on the road.
See, that's not my concern.
But if Detroit, they need some help, like the Packers got some help when they won it in 2010. All right, we'll get to the numbers. Is there a Christmas movie that you're going to watch this year? And it is?
A Christmas Story. Always. Every year, a Christmas Story. I may watch Elf.
You?
Elf. I've already watched it once. I'm going to watch it again. I've watched all the Santa Clauses.
I need to watch Elf. Our granddaughter and our son, they're watching it tomorrow. It's that good?
It's a great movie. It's tradition for me. I start the day at Black Friday. I'm always watching Elf while I put up decorations and start doing all that stuff. And then tomorrow morning, cooking breakfast, watching Elf. No one can stop me. Unless my fiance doesn't want to. She can stop me.
This is my first year not having a TV in my room when I go to bed. And so usually I fall asleep with A Christmas Story on.
Mm-hmm. It's on all day, right? I think it's on 24/7.
Mm-hmm. It's a waste of time.
It's going to be different not having
bad
that.
movie.
No, it's not. It's
a bad movie.
It's a
Don't
classic.
watch it home.
It wouldn't be on 24 hours.
I have never had an interest, but all the people can't be wrong.
Thank you, Homer.
A lot of people are wrong a lot of the time.
No, not. This is too popular to assume. You don't like it, that's fine. No one's required to like a certain movie. But you do understand there's something in it that must be really good for so many people to like it. Unless you just hate humanity. Do you hate humanity?
No, not today.
But, I mean, you understand. Of
course, but it's like with everything. It's we talk about Christmas music. It's a lot of people don't like the Mariah Carey song, but a lot of people do like that.
No, majority of people like that song. It's like not liking Taylor Swift. Like,
you're speaking to Kyle there. I'm pro Taylor Swift.
I don't dislike Taylor Swift.
Well, no, but you understand. That's fine. No one has to like anything, but you understand that you're in a minority and that she clearly is special based on the number of people who think she's special, even though you don't like her.
I said she's overrated. I think she's good. I don't think she can
Right.
sing very well. Have you heard her sing?
I don't think she has a very good voice. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah. I heard her sing September. I
She's
said, what
an
in
amazing.
the hell is this?
She is everything.
She's a great songwriter.
Great
performer.
Whatever. Yeah, like
Can't
Elvis
dance.
Presley. I mean, there are people that transcend their time, and they have to be doing something right for so many people to like them.
Yeah, I can't disagree. Not my type, though.
But she's figured it out. I mean, she just gave the people that work with her like $100 million. Wasn't there something like that with all the workers on all the tour?
I need to be working with her.
Yes, you do. And I didn't even know songs that were hers, but I listened and I said, I don't think her voice is that good. But that even speaks to how special she is and all the other things. She figured it out. She has figured it out. She's like the Disney of singers. Quote me on that. Next.
Back after this on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you could win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Experience elite orthopedic care at OAW. Their skilled teams in Pewaukee, Brookfield, and Mukwonago offer tailored treatment for your needs.
Chris Middleton and Brooke Lopez lead the way in Chicago on Monday night in a 112-91 win over the Bulls.
Bucks come away with it. That has been a theme of this game. Chicago unable to make open looks when they've had them. Middleton squeezes off a three, and he cans another one from the right wing. Cash Money. He's got 3 3-pointers in the game and 5 points here to start this third quarter.
Middleton, Lopez, and Bobby Portis combining for 61 points in the victory. The Bucks now 16-12 on the season. Remember, no Christmas Day game for the Bucks this year. Instead, they'll take on the Nets at Pfizer Forum on Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Book your appointment today at orthowisconsin.com. Discount Liquor Christmas Week is here on 94.5 ESPN. Our friends at Discount Liquor have over 14,000 varieties of beer, liquor, and wine in stock. Discount Liquor brings the selection, everyday low prices, expert service, and the convenience of 2 locations. It is the perfect spot to find that drink for your Christmas gathering. Stop by 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and in downtown Waukesha at Main and Barstow. Discount Liquors is a locally family-owned and operated business. Merry Christmas from Discount Liquor.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon on 94.5 ESPN.
What a way to set the mood. And not only do we set the mood, we also have something exciting to tell you about. Vivid Seats. Listen, Vivid Seats is your ultimate football destination for all the gridiron action. With game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players right live in action. See every tackle, toe drag catch, touchdown live, and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by 100% buyer guarantee, giving you a peace of mind with every purchase. So do not miss out and visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Tiny tots. This does seem a little slow. We needed a little Michael Jackson Christmas. Which one did you suggest?
Mommy's Kissing Santa Claus.
No.
Or Santa Claus Going Straight to the Ghetto. That's
I'm not aware of that one.
You never heard of Santa Claus Going Straight?
I know James Brown.
You've never heard Santa Claus Going Straight to the Ghetto? I might need to give you. Do you have Spotify or Apple Music on your phone? I may need to give you a list of songs.
I don't know.
No, they're not. I'm on a family plan.
I'm not paying for music. Come on.
You've heard Santa Claus.
There's got to be a better Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't expecting to hear that today.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean Santa Claus is going to the ghetto today? What do you mean? Everybody don't live in the burbs or privileged to live downtown.
Why'd you have to go there?
Well, I'm just saying. He said, I don't think I'm going to play that. Well, because Santa Claus got to go to the ghetto, too.
I wasn't expecting to hear it today.
All right, so what is the best Motown Christmas song?
Oh,
Smokey Robinson do something?
Man, there's a lot of good ones. I grew up on that Motown Christmas album.
I heard them and liked them. I just don't know the name.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Claus is coming to town. That's Jackson 5. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, that would probably be it.
Yeah, that's it. Temptations, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That was nice as well. Silent Night by the Temptations. I'm sure.
No, I think.
What Christmas Means to Me, Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
What Christmas means to me.
No, I think I would pick Santa Claus. Yeah, this would be it.
Right, this would be. Pretend I did a good job. Come back.
Go ahead, bring us back to the home. This is our redo.
This is our redo?
You guys didn't like the song?
I do. Living in Encino, California in the 70s, exactly the same time the Jackson family lived in Encino, California. We never crossed paths. You know why?
Why is that?
Because they never went McDonald's. I would always see O.J. Simpson's wife.
You've been going to McDonald's for 50 years?
Oh, I would get 3 cheeseburgers. And I think it was like and anyway, O.J. Simpson's first wife and his 2 kids when they were very young, see him there all the time. Yeah.
Has the
Never.
food-
Michael Jackson never.
Has the food started to taste better over the last 50 years?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It was a question of not having much money then. And so I'd eat chuck steak at night. It was like 99 cents a pound. And then every now and then I go to McDonald's.
Wait a minute, I feel like I grew up on chuck steak too. Was I poor?
Yes. And when I ordered it at a restaurant once, the person said they
don't
horses
serve
eat that.
Oh, no.
I thought it's good enough for us growing up in Indiana. And also, we don't have chuck steak.
I love chuck
Anyway,
steak.
Yeah. Oh, if you, I mean, it was always barbecued. It was never eaten other than with on a grill. And I assume my mom found some really good chuck steak because it was fantastic. And you can chew on it for 10 minutes on one piece. Anyway, all right, back to the Vikings and the Packers. Again, understand there's belief in the Green Bay Packers. The Vikings favored by 1.5 or 2, and you get 3 points for playing at home. So that means that if you pick the Packers to win, it's always about betting 100. You can win as much as 105. If you pick the Vikings to win, you got to pay 125 to win 100. So there's
to win or cover. What's the outright?
That's the outright one. The cover, it's just 1.5 or 2. So, you take the Packers and then you get 2 points. But I mean, you're supposed to get usually 3 based on the other team's benefit of being at home. So my point is the odds makers are impressed with the Packers by giving the Vikings only 1.5 or 2. And they've won. They've won 8 games in a row.
What do you think is the Vikings are playing well. What do you think is the reason for the Green Bay Packers kind of turn around from that Bears game? And I mean, they had a lot of issues going into the bye where they were dropping passes. They had a lot of penalties. Jordan Love and his issue with turnovers and not having a pass rush. Like, what do you think they did? How do you think this just magically happened? Or Matt LaFleur's a great coach?
One, the increased use of Jacobs.
Yeah.
All right. And Jordan Love got healthy. Jordan Love wasn't healthy.
That's the argument I made, too.
And defensively, you have to ask
Cooper,
me.
huh? Cooper.
Yes.
Call him Coop.
Coop. They should bring Cecil Cooper back for the game.
Oh, okay.
But I accept the fact that I possibly have gone too far, but that's as simple.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
It's like the offense when Watson is hot and getting, catching balls at a 30-yard per catch average. That changes the offense.
No, it does.
That puts the Packers at a whole different level.
Yeah, I think the versatility.
The problem is he just hasn't been consistent enough. Here's a good example. This is where the only thing I was upset about the game yesterday, in that Jordan Love just missed pass. You can't miss that pass.
Yeah,
you can't. He said I didn't look. No, that can't happen because against better teams. I know that you got to take advantage of that. It doesn't mean he didn't play well, but it means
I feel like Jordan Love gets bored in the second half. Some of these games, he's doing fine, but he missed a pass in the second half.
I'm not sure that it's Jordan Love or that it's again the nice guy.
Man, I don't know.
That's to me on the floor.
I feel like he just wants to do more, but I mean, the running game it just seems so easy. I mean, literally
right.
yesterday
they were pathetic for a quarter against Seattle, and I think there was a time yesterday where they put up 50 on them. You got all these weapons.
Yeah, the Packers they let up. I mean, Josh Jacobs came off the field with a little bit. I don't know if his wrist or his arm or whatever it was. He didn't seem.
So
right.
I don't know. I'll defer to an offense. I'd have to ask Kurt Warner. He's my quarterback guy.
Oh, you talked to Kurt?
No, I don't. But I mean, I follow what he says.
Oh,
and I think that if they're bored, that's on LaFleur. I mean, the difference in LaFleur, like that the last 2 games, their first possession, it was like Mike Ditka. We're running the ball, we're running it down your throat, and you can't stop us. And if we don't run, I'm going to still get the ball to my running back, but I'm going to throw him for a pass. And in both cases, Seattle probably more impressive, but New Orleans' defense had played pretty well. They couldn't stop him. Couldn't stop them.
The Packers are a good football team, but again, all this that we see mean nothing if you don't take care of business against the Vikings on the road.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
All this doesn't mean anything unless you do it in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, that's true, too. But, I mean, again.
You don't admit it, but you're giving them a pass. You're acting like how important this game is, but even if they lose to the Vikings, you're still picking them to go to the NFC Championship game.
We'll see. I'll be able to reevaluate once we see this game Sunday.
I've observed this.
I'll be back Monday.
You're a tough fan. You are a tough because you act like you're a great fan. No, but you can turn on them anytime.
I don't turn on them. I just have expectations.
You turn on them.
Don't you think I'll be a great parent? Is that I give you love, but also I have expectations?
Yep, you'll be a great parent.
People.
Fine. Don't act like everybody says like you're this great Packer fan. You're not a great Packer fan.
I am a great Packer fan.
No,
I'm just not stupid.
Well, then that's not a great Packer fan is Packer.
Oh, you guys suck. That's fine. You all had fun. No, I ain't here to watch fun. I'm here to watch execution.
No, if you're a Packer fan, to me, you support them and you're crazy positive all the time.
I'm positive most of the time.
No, you're not. No.
Oh,
no.
Ashton.
You turn on the Packers faster.
No, he is.
You're a tough Packer fan.
I'm a tough, positive Packer fan.
No, you can't be tough
glass
positive.
Half full.
No.
I think they're going to go to the NFC Championship.
You say the glass is half full, but it could turn half empty like this.
Homer, I have so much I can say. But
and this game is a great example. This game don't determine what this team is.
It doesn't.
They have played well enough to have earned your confidence, even if they don't do it against the Vikings.
This is a damn good football team. What they were able to do yesterday, this shows me that they can take care of business.
But you will turn on them.
I will not turn on them.
If they lose to the Vikings, you will turn on them.
What I learned yesterday is that we are building something extremely special right here, and that's why I feel confident for the win.
Yeah. Next.
More coming up next on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers offense puts up over 400 yards and the defense allows no points as the Green Bay Packers shut out the New Orleans Saints at Monday Night Football at Lambeau Field 34-0. So now they've clinched a playoff berth for the second straight season. But as Jordan Love knows, they still have a huge game against the Vikings coming up.
Obviously, we lost to them early in the season. So one of these games that we got to get back. We got to go win this game. And we've talked about it earlier. We got to be able to beat these good teams.
Next up on the schedule, a 3:25 kickoff on Sunday in Minnesota. It's the Packers and Vikings.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Think owning a home is just a dream? No dream at Tri-City is too extreme. Talk to us and we'll show you how that dream you're dreaming can be reality now. Tri-City National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 433891.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Confidence and strength begin with how you feel. At Quintessa Aesthetic Center, it is not about just looking good. It's about results that last and empower you. With 5 convenient locations in Delafield, Mequon, Brookfield, Middleton, and Sheboygan, their team of world-class plastic surgeons, skilled clinicians, and expert estheticians are here to help you take control. Whether it's advanced skincare, anti-aging treatments, body contouring, or muscle strengthening, Quintessa has everything you need to sharpen your image and boost your confidence. Take the first step towards a stronger, more confident you. Visit myquintessa.com today.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. Simple. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. And again, you can win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Join now because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. Download the app today. Use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Download the app today. Use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Experience the excellence of Catholic Memorial High School for yourself. Come see why their students gain a competitive edge at CMH. Visit CatholicMemorial.net to schedule a VIP tour or student shadow day. Meet their inspiring teachers, welcoming students, and feel the energy of the CMH culture. All students achieve more than they ever imagined possible. Visit CatholicMemorial.net to schedule your visit. That's CatholicMemorial.net. Catholic Memorial High School in Waukesha, where you rise.
This is ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoon on 94.5 ESPN.
No, get rid of that whistle. You don't deserve that whistle.
Come
that
on,
was pretty
Homer.
good, though.
Yes,
The whistling was good.
Come on.
It's pretty good.
All I want for Christmas is a Green Bay Packers Super Bowl, baby. They already gave me a victory. I want Super Bowl.
You're going to blow that whistle if they lose to the Vikings. That's the only question that matters.
Yes.
And the answer is no. You're lying now. Don't lie.
Monday at 2:01 p.m., Kyle's going to blow the whistle no matter what.
No, I want you to be honest. Admit they lose. You already told us you can look at the tape, Wisconsin On Demand. You said if they lose, you're putting that whistle down. You're not getting rid of it.
Mind.
Oh, you changed your mind.
Come on.
You getting soft?
No,
now you're a soft Packer fan.
I'm not jumping off the ship. I'm never jumping off the ship, Homer. I'm always.
You already, yes.
I've never
you
jumped
already
off
said.
the ship.
You not listen to what you say.
I heard
you
what
are
I said.
jumping off your ship if they lose to the Vikings.
No, I simply said that the road is going to be much
we
harder.
gotta
But
go.
Merry Christmas, Homer.
The Packers will win if Jordan Love does not turn the ball over. Packers will beat the Vikings. Mark that one down. And I won't change like you. My whistle will stay on that whistle. Whatever we have next. You want to say? You get, what is your final position?
Packers take care of business. We going to the Super Bowl.
I think that was a Wildy. I think he avoided answering the question.